Hello, I'm Geraldine Ryan Lush, and I'm going to read a short excerpt from one of the more exciting stories in my new book of ghost stories, Haunted Towns, Volume 2, Ghost Stories of Newfoundland and Labrador. It's the second volume of ghost stories. The first volume did extremely well and doing extremely well. This is the second collection, Volume 2, packed with even more scary stories of Newfoundland and Labrador. True Newfoundland and Labrador ghost stories. This story is called The Moving Van Ghost. Moving companies, big and small, deal with weird and strange things and people in their laborious trade, even a ghost or two. For many household objects, attachment to a dead person takes shape in the form of the spirit being upset if said object is moved. The following creepy account, experienced by a St. John's private mover named Colin, illustrates this very well. In 2009, a woman was in the process of moving from her large house to an apartment. She had accumulated a massive amount of furniture and other possessions. Not wanting to part with them, she tried to hold on to what she could. But after 2 large-size truckloads, she was getting increasingly anxious as to the cost of the moving van. The moving guy named Colin told her he couldn't take any more in the second load, and she would have to pay for a third truck. "Oh, could you please find room?" implored the woman. "I'll let you have this lovely handmade coffee table set for free. It's pine." She pointed to a quite striking coffee table set upturned in the corner of her living room. The guy had no need for himself, but he could possibly sell it and make a profit, he told himself. At any rate, it was getting dark. He was tired and rushed. And as a favor to the pleading woman, he relented. He managed to organize her remaining items in the second load to save her paying for a third truck. It was cramped, but she got all her valuable possessions in the 2 loads, and he had a nice coffee table set to enhance his apartment or sell for a profit. The mover unloaded the truck, the final truck at the woman's new place, helped her set up the essentials, and drove home, parking his truck by his own apartment building. It was dark by this time. He planned to take the coffee table set into his new place when he arrived there. Exhausted after a long day, he slid up the hatch door on the back and started to lift out one of the end tables that the lady had given him. They were cumbersome pieces of furniture. He had his head down and didn't really make much of the strange noise, of the strangely green glow which suddenly swept over the inside of the van, assuming it was lights from other vehicles. He looked up, and a man was sitting on the coffee table over in the corner, just sitting there, very seriously, a hand on each side of the coffee table possessively. He stared at Colin intently. Colin was caught off guard. Where did he come from? He figured he must have jumped inside while he was inside the woman's place putting together her tables, and left the hatch door up. But why hadn't he noticed him when he came out and got inside? And on the drive home, he would approach the man and ask him why he was there, he thought. He had to be careful, though. He was in an unknown situation. The man might attack him, although he looked a decent enough fellow, well-dressed and stable. "Hello," Colin said. "Can I help you with something? What are you doing here?" What happened next was something Colin didn't forget for a long time to come. And that is the excerpt from The Moving Van Ghost story in my newest collection, Haunted Towns, Volume 2, Ghost Stories of Newfoundland and Labrador. It can be obtained at everywhere pretty well. Amazon.ca, Amazon.com, Amazon.co.uk, Amazon in India, Amazon in Japan, Amazon all over the world. It can be, it's available at Chapters by order, or you can pick it up. It's in paperback and Kindle, so you have two options to enjoy this book. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you are intrigued by that little tasty bite from this new collection, and you are intrigued enough to find out what happens to the mover. The ensuing paranormal, ghostly, creepy things which happened will no doubt make the hair rise on your head. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy the book. Have a nice day.